Hey, how you doing? We're here we just went out for a ride in the old 29. I let Ben drive for a change.
Yep.
That was scary as shit.
I'm pretty good.
Ben.
Yes, sir.
Pull us on up to the camera.
All right, hold on.
Are you gonna put your hands on the wheels? I mean, that's been the big thing.
No, this thing's
all day long.
See, my thighs can move around. Yeah.
That's great. I think been pretty busy week, pretty busy month, and we got another busy week next week.
It's been crazy.
Some classes going on.
It's been crazy.
An MSHA class up in Barton.
Big MSHA class up in Barton. Then we got about 2 weeks of OSHA 10s, and maybe we got some ELD stuff. We've got some TCT stuff. We've got some
entry-level driver training, which I'm going to put you in after this ride.
No, that'd be good. The only problem with the CDL stuff is that it's like hard, and you got to pass like tests and stuff. Yeah.
But your ride with me today, or me riding with you today, made me think about driving and
driver safety
in company vehicle.
That's a good point. Because
this is somewhat lettered out, right?
And we have heard about it on all the safety days we've gone to this year.
That safe driving,
which is awesome to see,
of company vehicles is important.
It's a huge exposure and liability.
Well, if you think about it, it's just a big billboard going down the street.
Well, you know what I said.
With Lucky's on the side of it. Speaking of Lucky's, you hear about the Peterbilt? We're getting pretty close, and if you want to drive, you want to operate that Peterbilt.
I don't want the Peterbilt.
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to learn how to drive a little less aggressively.
No, they moved to single windows.
Yeah.
Single pane.
Yeah.
I only want a split window, Pete.
Okay. But if we're gonna do that,
or Kenworth. W900.
If we're riding or driving in a company vehicle, there are things we should actually do
to protect our company.
Right? Because it's a billboard going down the street.
That's why you put the competitor's name on the.
Well, that would be the number one. You want to do something to your competition, really screw them up.
Get your worst driver.
Get your worst driver. Take your worst truck. Put their name on it. And scoot down the friggin' road, just let them go. Just let them go, it doesn't friggin' matter.
Or just park it at a bar and then just leave it in the parking lot
Nothing
for a month.
irks me more than have a company truck parked in front of a bar.
Yeah, but that's why you buy a piece of crap you don't care about. And then you put the other company's name on it and you leave that at the bar.
That's smart.
Yeah.
There's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay?
Next to the project you're bidding on.
Yes. Okay?
Yeah,
but
I'm good with this shit.
I think we all got to remember, we're driving a billboard.
I know, and sometimes that gets away from us. Even when I'm driving the AZC truck, I can get away from us. Because that's got the 4-cylinder turbo in it. It's got I don't know, does it have I think it's got an 8-speed, but it's a little peppy.
Yeah.
And it sometimes you can get carried away with that thing.
So I think if we're going to do that, we should have some simple little rules about safe and defensive driving.
Like a program?
That can cut down on our insurance expenses and reduce the money we may have to pay out in the event of an accident.
Well, an accident, a speeding ticket, all that shit.
So what is safe driving?
Well, there's a couple different types of safe driving. Well, no, I guess it could be safe and responsible driving.
Oh.
So safe driving would be, I'm sure we're all skilled drivers. Safe driving is you are a skilled operator and you're able to operate safely.
Reduce the potential hazards.
Responsible driving is you may have the skills, but if you're not making good choices on the roadway, you're not being responsible.
Follow traffic laws.
Yeah, use your blinker.
Maintaining
don't speed.
Situational awareness.
Don't get road rage.
Yeah, reacting appropriately.
The worst look you could have is taking your company rig and going 65, 70 in a work zone. Or someone else's work zone.
But once again, have the other company's name on there.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Defensive drivers tend to prioritize safety over speed. That's important. And if you're going to have company vehicles, and if you're going to let employees drive them, you should probably have a company driving policy, right?
I would agree. It just makes sense.
What would that entail?
For me, it would be, if it was my company, it would be no alcohol purchases, no alcohol in the vehicle, or no.
Oh, that's gotta piss you off.
Or using my company vehicle to buy alcohol. It would be
Half the people just shut the video off. That's it. We're done. But really, you set your company truck out in front of Champlain Farms
and you walk out with
7-Eleven.
4 Natty Daddies and a pack of Marb Lights. That's not a great look.
Right.
And then you smoke the Marb Lights with all the windows up while you're slamming a Natty Daddy at 11:30 in the morning.
Driver qualifications. That would be important. Identify.
Well, I would
those.
make sure my employees have licenses before I send them off in a rig.
Okay. Safe drivers to begin with.
Or they don't have 6 DUIs in the last month.
Yeah. Guidelines. You'd have some
Sorry, what do
guidelines
they call
for
it,
actually
CNN?
using.
It's not a
company
DUI,
vehicles.
it's a CNN.
Okay. Guidelines for actually using company vehicles would be important, i.e. personal use as well as company use, how we're gonna use them, where we're gonna use them, and what's going on. And then rules for the use of company vehicles for personal use, right? We go back to that, parked here, parked there, driving this way. I mean, that's kind of important stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty easy to say, hey, here's the keys, go drive the rig around. But I mean, there's a lot of responsibilities, a lot of exposure, and a lot of risk to driving that thing around.
And then we should have some rules to prohibit aggressive driving. Because if you're in a company vehicle and you got, Lucky's name on the side of the Peterbilt, we don't want to see that.
That's why your tractor that you ride around here,
yeah,
I put the student driver
magnet on the back.
I got that on the back of your rig.
We'll have to show that sometime.
No, but you are saying good points. I don't mean to make a joke out of this whole thing, but it's how I deal with stressful situations.
Hands-free mobile devices?
Yep. No texting.
I mean, you were pretty aggressive with your telephone as we were cruising along, although this does have, the old 29 does have a complete built-in GPS video screen right there.
Yeah, it's right there, yeah.
For us to see.
No, I just care about our members so much that I'm willing to put my own life at risk to service them.
Yes. And then rules for the use of safety equipment such as seat belts. You never put seat belts on.
Yes, I do. You are the one who does not wear seat
And then
belts.
airbags. Don't forget the old airbag in case it pops out on you. What are you looking for?
Pillar airbags on
Pillars?
this thing.
Pillars?
Yeah, I don't know.
Rollover protection?
I don't think this has ROPS. No ROPS.
Rollover protection.
Which, we don't have to wear the seatbelt on this because it doesn't have ROPS.
Okay. And then, how do you report maintenance issues? We should know all that.
You should know that. How many dings, scrapes, dents, scratches, busted taillights have been on the AGC truck so far?
Are they all replaced?
Yes, you replaced them.
I must have reported them to the maintenance team.
I'm the maintenance team.
Then I reported them
Yeah,
because they
that's
got
great.
replaced.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Got repaired.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, but that is a key piece, as you mentioned, dings and hits, and minor incidents.
Minor, yeah. Jackknifing a trailer.
That we should take note of our blind spots.
Well, what's the length of the average company truck? Probably a quad cab with a long box.
Okay.
I mean, that's a long rig.
Okay.
Speak about blind spots.
So you got to know them. You got to know making turns might be a little different, switching lanes. There might be somebody in your way, especially with those quad cabs. Especially with those quad cabs today, you can't see out of them anymore. There's so many of those friggin' airbags. It's not like this luxury piece.
This thing's pretty nice.
Okay?
Yeah.
You can see whatever you want to see here.
Yeah, and you can get hit by everything else too.
Okay.
You realize because seriously,
If a bird came flying down.
I'm
right
more
in front of
talking.
us-
So I haven't actually ripped this thing before. What if the car in front of you kicks a rock up? I mean, it's slamming me in the face.
You better wear glasses.
No, when you
safety glasses.
when you would,
and have the bat wings on them.
jokes aside, did you actually wear like goggles?
Oh, without a doubt.
Are you really?
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah, because if that got kicked up, it's slamming me in the throat.
And you had a hard time today. Obey
Yeah, I did.
speed limits out there.
Yeah.
Keep the speed down.
Oh, this thing just rips. Because you have the old school. What'd you have? A ported head or something on this?
Yeah.
The police
What
head.
they call the police
The
head.
police head.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
28 with a 30 police head.
See, we're not gonna pick that up.
We aren't. You know why?
Because I'm driving.
Because we're driving. So we aren't gonna pick up that phone.
No.
So, because you know why?
I think it's Ed.
Because we don't use our phones while we're driving.
No. Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
Obey speed limits, particularly in work zones.
Oh God, you know how embarrassing? How embarrassing would that be?
Always be aware of the speed out there.
And you want to know one that's getting to me recently?
What?
Those curve signs.
Yeah.
Where it says like curve ahead 25.
Where you got to slow down for.
Yeah.
Well, you know why? Because you're wicked good. It's not like NASCAR where you're out there with the races turning left. Sometimes you got to turn right.
Yeah.
And you don't have the weight adjusted properly in your car.
No.
And you can't just turn around and say, oh shit, because you aren't on NASCAR burning up your tires.
No.
You got to know how that weight's going to shift and how you're going to react to it.
How about carrying a load?
Well, carrying a load's pretty bad.
Because how about the one we've seen? We've seen some good load securement.
But there was a good one in West Leb.
Today?
We're coming up from West Leb today. Yeah, coming up from West Leb.
Yeah, you're talking about the minivan?
The minivan with the guy holding the friggin' package on the roof.
Yeah, they had a TV on the roof with 3 ratchet straps that they went to the actual door handles to. And then they had one hand out the side of the window holding it on through traffic.
So load your car or truck wisely.
Well, you slap it and you say, that ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's what I do. And I've only lost a dirt bike at like 60 mile an hour. So I'm pretty good with load securement.
Okay. So, load securement's important. And we should make sure and load it wisely. Know how the load's going to shift.
No, but seriously, when you're picking up a job
happen.
site, you're picking up a job site on like a Wednesday night and you just want to go home and eat, how are you loading that bed?
Throwing it in the back.
Getting out of there as
and
fast as possible.
Flying down the road. It's like that box I asked you to get out and get down there in West Leb.
Yeah.
Get that box on the side of the road. There might have been something in it.
Well, yeah, you always pick up litter though. But you won't admit that to anybody.
Right.
But no, seriously, it's so easy to throw a bunch of shit in there and say, probably won't come out. That's why if you saw,
I just 60 miles an hour.
Throw it right out.
Force.
I just throw it out the window.
Throwing stuff out. You're worried about your eyes here.
Yeah.
Think about the force behind us.
Have you seen the videos of the tires hitting people on the side of the road?
Coming out of trucks.
Oh.
Yeah. So again, load your vehicle wisely, and once again, make sure and maintain your company vehicle in a way that is adequate. Regular oil changes,
you know, Tim,
knowing what's going on.
You know, Tim has a membership to the car wash in Rutland.
Yeah.
So his car always looks really freaking nice.
Yeah.
I used to work for a company, and the rule was, we cleaned boats.
Yeah.
And the rule was every time you went to go launch a boat, you had to wash down the whole rigs with the salt off spray. Yeah. And then you'd clean the truck every day too.
What does that have to do with what we're doing? What does that have to do?
I had 2 different jobs.
Riding in the old 29.
2 different jobs where it was a big part of your job. At the end of the day, you soaped that thing down and you cleaned it up because it was embarrassing to have a dirty company truck.
Okay. And how old are you again?
Right now?
Yeah.
32.
Okay. That's good.
33
Always
next year.
Be honest. Always be honest.
Yeah.
That's important.
Well, I didn't know if you were a cop or not. Usually I'd say 32.
I am. They're part of my brotherhood, you know. I
brotherhood. That's a good thing, yeah. I don't know if you want to throw that word around right now.
Got a badge. Well, we lost them all anyway when you told them they couldn't have a natty in their truck.
Oh, you know what? Yeah.
Paperback.
Once I started making fun of the natty daddy and the Marb lights, everyone stopped listening.
That's it. They're gone. But
if anyone wants to have natty daddies and Marb lights, you can find me at the what gas station do I usually hang out at? I guess it changes.
Yeah,
it changes.
I don't want to get caught in any one quickly.
No.
That cashier there is always chasing your butt out of that.
Oh, it's because I've been using the fake $100 bills.
That one up there at Maplewood or whatever, Maplefield.
Well, you can't even have fun in Maplewoods anymore because they have the automatic ones.
Oh.
So I can't even talk to anybody about how their day's going because I like to talk.
I would talk about your irresponsibility of
Missy?
but I wouldn't do that.
Missy.
I wouldn't do that here.
Missy, can you?
Because I know you're going
Missy,
down.
please. We
I know
can't
you're
have.
going-
We
you're
can't
headed-
have those comments on
you're
this video.
headed-
Missy,
you're
can you
headed-
bleep all of
headed
that?
south.
Missy, please.
Headed south.
I'm going to text you separately. Can you just delete all of what was just said?
Headed south.
We can't say that on video.
We can.
No, you
You
cannot.
said that you're
No.
headed south. Why are you
No.
going south? Driving quite a
No,
bit.
I'm going to
You
Nashville.
got two things. You're going to Nashville.
Yeah.
See your brother's graduation.
Yeah.
Big driving moment.
I won't
Again,
be driving. I'll be
remember,
flying. I live right.
Take note of your blind spots.
Should I talk to the pilot?
Slow down.
Should I show the pilot this video?
Yes, you should. Load your car wisely. If you're going down to Nashville, you're probably taking.
We're not driving. We're not driving.
And then watch your speed
Yes.
in turns and curves. But so you got Nashville coming up, and then this weekend you're practicing that drive to Nashville. You're driving down there to Connecticut
To go see my girlfriend.
to go see your hand. Nothing. He doesn't have anything on. No rings this time.
No, I keep those off at work.
Okay. I was just wondering because I know you're going down there to Connecticut if you were getting ready for it. But anything else you want to add to this? Have we
No.
thoroughly screwed up your life yet?
This is the second time we filmed it. So
Yeah.
if you're seeing this, it's a good sign, because if this died again during this process, I think we're going to end Toolbox Talks.
It was done.
I don't think we could come back from another dying camera.
Okay. What, again, busy week
It's
coming
been a
up.
busy week, and we truly enjoy doing these for you.
Imagine being a FedEx driver.
No, so you see, you want to know the coolest shit out there?
Yeah.
FedEx has got a Sprinter van, but it's the lifted 4x4 Sprinter van, and God, it just looks cool. Nothing's cooler than a 4x4 Sprinter.
You know what else is cool? As long as we're talking about cool.
No.
Ben has decided he's going to do scoops for safety this summer.
No, it actually is cool.
That is cool.
We've got a
He's
deal
going
going.
to drive around
Yeah.
to job sites. So if you want to get on the list,
No, don't start emailing yet.
You better email
No,
Ben.
please don't start the emails yet.
ACCVT.org.
We're still in the works. We're still in the works.
And Ben's going to drive around with ice cream.
Why can't
and
you just let this happen organically?
Stop and see you guys out on job sites and do a safety
No.
talk. Maybe I'll let you
No.
take Francis.
This is like
Hi, I'm Francis.
Guys, it's still in the works. We're not ready to release any major updates yet.
Scoops for safety.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen, but I'm not ready for people to email me for a sign-up list yet.
Yeah, we should.
No.
Email Ben.
No.
Look into this. There'll be more information coming, but it's scoops for safety.
And
Ice cream on
all
job
jokes aside,
sites
though,
with a
You
toolbox talk.
all need to be celebrated for the stuff that you do for not only our organization, but the state of Vermont, state of New Hampshire, whatever. You guys should be celebrated for that, and I think that a good way to do it is to deliver ice cream. Maybe just because I like eating, but I think ice cream's pretty cool.
End of the season, Ben will be walking around.
Yeah, I will.
I had a good year here.
Yeah, part of this deal is that Richard gets a private cooler in the office full of ice cream. So,
You got a deal?
huh?
You got a deal for ice cream already?
No, I don't want to talk about that.
That means it's happening.
No, I don't.
That means it's happening.
Oh, it's happening.
Best ice cream in Vermont, I
And-
understand.
Yeah, the problem is that you're losing a lot of money on
Island
this.
ice cream.
I'm just happy
Island
you're
ice cream.
excited, because when I float the bill across your desk, you're not going to be excited anymore.
Have you gone to the board for?
The board hopefully will approve $40,000.
It's not going to be 40. I'll tell you that.
Well, you didn't
You might
factor
only
in.
go to 2 job sites. It's $200 you got.
Okay, $200. That's my spending
But
limit.
we're gonna do scoops for safety. Ben's gonna
Yeah.
do it this summer.
I think it'd be cool as
Wednesdays,
hell.
Gonna go hit some job sites. Say hi. Maybe a toolbox talk or something.
I will probably
Email
ask to.
Ben
I
as
will
quick
probably
as you
ask
can.
to run your equipment though. I like engines and motors and stuff. So if I give out ice cream, if you all can just show me how to operate pieces of equipment, that'd be pretty cool. Because I kind of like that stuff. So if I could
Okay.
blow some black smoke, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's always good for the environment. Missy, cut the black smoke piece out.
No, I like blowing smoke.
Yeah, we are green.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot about the electric bikes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all have a good week. Really appreciate you listening to us. You know, another thought I had for this?
I don't think we
maybe
can talk
during
about
the summer when you're out there on job sites.
What?
Maybe you could videotape people talking to you, and we could show that.
Yeah.
Before I forget, though, this is important. I know you guys all.
We're gonna get in trouble. This is too long.
You guys all fall in with us on this and fall in with me. Make sure and tell we said hi.
Yeah.
Okay.
She doesn't know these exist, so I hope to keep it that way.
Yeah, she better not know this one.
No.
And she'll know what you're doing when you go into them gas stations.
No, there's no gas station.
Hey, y'all have a good week.
Yeah. Ben.
Richard, if you ever need anything, you need some help, you want to talk to us, please give us a call here at AGC, 802-223-2374. Remember, we're here for you. Thank y'all. Have a good day.